This is Steve Holt, and in this video I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to engage with your fans. The first question you should ask yourself is, what is engagement? Well, very simply, engagement is talking to your customer, engaging in a conversation. Just as if when they walk in your store they talk to you over the counter, you can do the same thing in Facebook and have a conversation with them, either by talking back and forth on your Facebook wall, using messages, them watching your content, like your video, looking at your pictures, you communicating back with them, answering their questions. It's just engagement is a great way to deepen a conversation with a customer. So the next question is, why? Why do you care about engagement in Facebook? Couldn't they just call you or come see you? Well, yeah, they could. And some of your customers will, because they're not on Facebook. But the folks that are in Facebook, they like to be able to interact with the brands that they like. And so engagement is important. At least knowing how to do it is important in Facebook so that you're ready when your customers start trying to reach out to you and engage to you. Lots of different ways you can do that. Let me start by talking about some of the most simple things that you can do. Simply talking to somebody, asking them a question, is a great way to engage with them. And in this status box right here on your page, you can do a status, which is just ask something or say something. But there's a great app that's included in that status box called the Questions app. It's built right into Facebook. And if you click that, it allows you to ask a question. For example, who will win the NCAA Final Four this year? My typing is awful. So you can ask this question and then click this button right here to add a poll option, and you can add in as many options as you want, as many teams as you want. Or you could leave it you could just leave it open there and not actually give an answer and let your fans answer it. That's one way. Human nature, they've discovered, does several things, causes people to do several things. People love to answer questions. If they see a question mark, it kind of compels them to answer. What makes it even better, though, is by using open-ended questions or fill-in-the-blank questions like this. First thing in the morning, every day, and then leave a blank with a period. You will be surprised how much reaction you'll get out of this, because people will see the blank and they'll feel compelled to answer the question, to fill in their own blank with their own answer. Now, the first question was great because I'm actually recording this during March Madness. Lots of basketball going on. Everybody's talking about the NCAA basketball tournament, right? It's all over Facebook. So when I ask a question about who's going to win it, I guarantee you I'm going to get some fans who respond to that, who say, hey, I think this, and then you're going to have some conversation, arguments go back and forth as to who's the better team or blah, blah, blah. So asking questions is a great way to get engagement. You can also target your questions. So for example, by clicking this button right here that says public in this box, this allows you to change the audience of who's going to see this question. So let's say in the United States and the state of Tennessee. Let's say that I have a status update about, hey, way to go Vols, good job. And I know that people in California and Florida and New York, they're not going to really care about that because my friends here in Tennessee, they're the ones that care about the Vols. And so maybe I just want my status update to only go to people in Tennessee. Well, if I do this, then that status update will only go to people who live in Tennessee. And so that's a great way to target your posts as well. So questions is great. Targeting your posts is great. There's also some apps that you can use. Apps are a great way to get engagement. There's literally tens of thousands, almost hundreds of thousands of apps that you can choose from to include in your Facebook page. And I couldn't even possibly hope to mention just a very small percentage of any of those. But I want to show you some of my favorites. I like the Top Fans app. I've mentioned this before in one of my other videos. It's by a company called Bushaka, and it's great because anytime anybody likes me, comments, likes something that I do in my status update, RSVPs to an event, watches a video, looks at my pictures in a picture gallery, anytime they do anything, they get points. And so at the end of every week, the points reset. So I'm recording this on the weekend, and so the points have already reset. As you can see, they don't have very many points. But it keeps track of the points throughout every week, and then at the end of the month, it adds all the points up. to see who was my top fan. That's the app's name, top fan. Who's my top fan for the month? And then, of course, I can go back and see, back in January, Lynn. I love Lynn. She was my top fan in January. In February, my top fan was Randall. Great guy as well. And so some companies are actually using this to give prizes, actual physical prizes of some kind, to the top fans. So this encourages a little fun competition among people to get points. It's got some game mechanics built into it. So that's a great app. It's a free app, by the way. It's not going to cost you anything. But Top Fans is obviously not the only way to increase engagement. I've got this app that allows, I've set it up so that people can fill out my email newsletter subscription, so they can fill it out where I can engage with them later. But it also gives them the ability to share things and make comments at the bottom after they've signed up for my newsletter. Again, giving them the option of saying things, giving them the option of speaking out. That's a great way to get engagement. Another app that I have is I sell stuff right here on my Facebook page. I call it my online store. The actual product is called Pavement. Payvment. It's one of the most popular apps. It allows you to sell stuff. But again, you don't just sell stuff. There are like buttons all over the place to give people the ability to like my stuff, to actually make a comment about it, to tweet about it. So again, giving the customer the opportunity to say things, that's a great way to get engagement. Let's go back to my wall and show you another way that Facebook has provided you to get engagement with your fans. In the old version of Facebook pages, your customers could not send you a message. Now, you've used the messaging feature in Facebook. You've sent private messages to your friends in Facebook. We've been doing that for years. Well, now Facebook Pages has that ability if you turn it on inside the settings screen. If you turn it on, then this message button will be right here on your page. And your fans can actually click that and send you a private message that only you can read. This is great because your customers don't have to go look for a phone number or a form on your website or grab the phone book to try to find. They can send you a message right here to try and get an answer about something. You can also, if you're having a conversation on the wall with one of your customers and you say, hey, let's not have this conversation publicly. This conversation really needs to go private, so let's use the messaging feature. It's important to mention also that if you use this messaging feature, your customers can reach out to you, but you cannot initiate the conversation with them. They've got to send the first message, and then from that point forward, for that individual customer, you can reach out to them with that private message feature. So that's a great way to increase engagement where your fans want to reach out to you. Let me see what else. Let's talk about some other apps. There's another app that's really cool. I'm going to hop over to another Facebook page that I have to show you. This is a Facebook page for a club that my daughter is in high school, and this is their Facebook page. They have an app on their page called Scribd, Scribd, or Scribd or Scribed. I don't know how they pronounce it, but the Scribd app is a great way to provide documents that your customers, your fans, can download. So you can upload PDFs, Word documents, Excel documents, PowerPoints, rich text files, and text files. You can't upload everything, but you can upload those common document formats. So, for example, you could upload forms that you want people to fill out, download and fill out. They can print it out right here. They can download it and save it to their hard drive. You could, for example, if you had coupons, maybe once a month on coupon day, or every Wednesday you posted a new coupon in the Scribd app, the Documents app. You can call it the Documents app, and tell people, hey, if you want to get the coupon, go to my Facebook page and download the coupon right there on the Documents tab. So that's a great way to get engagement as well. It could drive traffic to your Facebook page so that people can go to get that exclusive thing that they can only get on your Facebook page, which is that coupon or that special, whatever it may be. Okay, I could go on with talking about apps, but there's literally way too many for me to even begin to cover. So, looking for ways to engage with your fans, have a conversation with them. Let them post pictures on your wall. Let them post stuff on your wall. Make sure that you set it up to where they're allowed to post. Let's go look real quickly at that, because some people don't understand that you can actually turn that off. If I go to my edit page section and I go to the manage permissions, this allows these check marks right here allow people to post things or not post things. You got to make sure that these check marks are here so that your fans can actually post on the wall. It's very, very important. So that is a great way to get engagement. There's all sorts of ways that I just laid out to get engagement. It's really important to engage. So I really hope that you guys take the time to follow some of that stuff and have that deeper conversation with your fans, because the deeper the conversation that they have with you, the more likely that they are to have you as their top of mind recognition when they get ready to buy something or they get ready to get an answer about something. So it's a great way to increase engagement.